Good morning, guys. God bless. I know it's an awkward way to start the show. This is a motivational Monday, and thank God for Jesus that we're in the building. It is Monday, September the 26th, 2022, 7 minutes after the hour. Welcome. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. That's with Cindy J. Our special guest today, B Love. We'll get on the phone in a minute. It's the only place on earth where you start get your morning started right. Chat room's wide open, or please call in 570-982-6950. God bless each and every one of you guys. Sponsored by Comedy World Network. God bless you guys over there. We're on all social media platforms. We're also on YouTube as well. And join our group, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team group on Facebook. You could Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. It's where you get. Give me a second, guys. It's where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Cindy J, God bless you. Good to see you on a motivational Monday. Good morning, and how are you?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everyone listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Motivational Monday. We are going to have Sunny Says, where I will catch you up on everything that was going on this weekend in Hollywood and entertainment news. And we're also going to have Front Page News with Sunny J, where I will let you know what's going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure that you stick around for that.
Well, thank you so much, young lady. Good to see you. But Cindy, before we get into the show, could you do me a quick? Oh yeah, that's right. You got my keys, right? Let me get my keys because I left the keys in the door, right?
You can leave them right here.
No, give me keys.
You want to hold them in your hand?
No, yeah, I need them.
Why, you just want to make sure you got them?
No, because
I mean, you don't need
because
to lock
you're very
anything
forgetful, and
They'll just be right here.
No,
Okay.
give me my goddamn key.
It makes me feel some type of way that
just
you
give me-
want to
give me-
have
give me the
them,
keys.
but it's fine.
All right,
I'll
guys,
do what you
so I
want.
don't know
You're the
that,
boss. Your name's on the placard. You know.
I don't know whatever. I don't know if they're in the social media part of this, but welcome to the show. Now, Cindy, before we start, hold on. Let me hold on. B Love, are you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Morning, B Love.
Shawn.
Okay.
Good morning, chat room.
All right, good morning. B Love is in the house. Special guest, Cindy, for a few, so we're going to chop it up with her. Now, Cindy, before we start the show, good morning, guys. God bless each and every one of you. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning start right here. Cindy J here. God bless you. And B Love's going to hang out with us for a minute. Now,
Okay.
B, it's a very I'm glad you're on the phone this morning because, and good morning, guys. Yeah, Cindy, I just want to go back to Friday, if that's okay.
You want to go back to Friday?
I don't want to go back to the past, but I want to. Is it okay? Back to the future a little bit. No,
Okay.
back to the past. And it's interesting. I got B on the phone. Back to the Boston Celtics coach, real quick, Cindy.
Oh my God.
Back to this. What's his name again?
Ime Udoka?
Ime Udoka.
What do you want to go back?
Wait
to?
a minute, Cindy. You gave the story. I want to say so bad it was breaking news on this show, but it wasn't breaking news.
Excuse me. You said I gave the story so bad.
No, I said you gave breaking news. No, I didn't say bad. I said we gave it fast.
Oh,
fast.
Oh,
I wouldn't-
fast.
fast.
I'm sorry. I just
Sending you on Monday.
I
That
just-
fire started.
wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Not only that, but
You said
Jesus,
I gave it so fast.
fast. I didn't say
Okay.
bad. Boy, Jesus,
thought
even
you
if
said
I
I
said
reported it
bad, but
badly.
boy, you got really ready to very confrontation right there.
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in my news.
No
and
doubt.
I thought that it
No.
was
I hear you say.
right.
Now-
But go ahead.
Now, we all know the story, but when Cindy didn't share, there's more developing. You know how a story has more developing news to the story, of course, and this is no exception in this particular case. And we were very shocked. I asked Cindy the question, B, if she was the general manager of the Boston Celtics, what kind of fine would she give? I said I would suspend the guy for a year as per the Boston Celtics. And good morning, guys. God bless you guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Cindy, who's kind of in that same on that same lane with you as far as how y'all feel about these men out here in these streets, and that's facts. That's facts. Cindy gave him almost a presidential pardon Like and like when the president gives the turkey to pardon Cindy J, there's a ceremony they let the turkey live.
Yeah.
Cindy did that with this guy. Cindy said $150,000 fine, let him go back to work,
Let's put this.
and let him go back to work every day. And I was shocked. Now, before I get into the conversation, if you was, and then we're going to the rest of the show, guys. God bless you guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. B, if you was the Boston Celtics general manager or the owner, what would be the discipline action for this basketball coach?
I actually watched the show on Friday from YouTube, guys, just so you know. I'm probably one of your biggest fans on YouTube.
God bless.
Angel Vidal. But I agree with Samiko and Senny. It's not even our business, to be honest with you. And I said that about the news guy too. Like, there's certain things that are our business. There's certain things that are not our business. This to me is not our business. I would have hit him with a fine. It would have been more than $150,000. Let's be clear, especially if I was the owner. But I would have just hit him with a fine and let him handle his business. He's losing one of the baddest chicks in the game. Like, that's a fine in itself. Maybe, possibly.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the show on YouTube. But Cindy, cause to find out, right, from a reliable source. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right?
A reliable source, like somebody you know.
Cindy, it came through the grapevine that the pure speculation, to Cindy finds us out with the facts. B, comes to find out that one of the Boston Celtics VPs of finance, Cindy J, this is the guy that writes checks. The guys figure out the bills. Cindy, he put a private detective on his wife because he thought his wife was cheating on him.
I seen reports of that floating around,
hold on,
but nothing from her.
Hold on. Hold on. Come out. The private detective not only lets the husband know that it was the bastard. What's the name again? Ime?
Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka was the guy, right? But then they followed him some more and found out that he was messing with another married woman on the team.
Oh. Now, this is breaking news.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The guy possibly was having an affair with two married women that work for the Boston Celtics organization. Now, Cindy, if that's the case, before we move on with the show, this guy's a hot, horny mess. Would you say? Would you like to say that?
Yeah. Extreme hot mess.
Now, the VP of finance wife also works with the Celtics.
Right.
Isn't that nepotism?
What?
I
no.
know. I think
the
that.
code of conduct for most large companies,
No.
you're not allowed to work with
Nepotism.
work with higher family members, wives, brothers, uncles, cousins.
Cindy, is that a policy?
Nepotism.
Nepotism? No.
Nepotism.
I think nepotism is more something that happens more than I think it's written into policy.
It does, but I'm just
Okay.
saying, if you're holding people to the code of conduct, I would say nepotism
but you can't-
is
because
probably
they-
one of those code of conduct.
Yeah, but Cindy, you can't. But
I don't know, because
there can't be
there are
no
a
laws
lot of-
against husband and wives working together, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think that. No.
I don't think so because it happens.
Nepotism is when you hire family or friend, like somebody that you really know. Nepotism is the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs. How is that not a code of conduct?
Well, I guess it depends on how she got the job,
No,
on which one of them was hired first.
Yeah,
though, too.
no.
Like if they were both working there
B's going
and got together,
Cindy, B's going
that
to the
wouldn't be nepotism.
Yeah, but B's going to the extreme with this, but that's good. But
Saying, like if we're violating code of conduct,
No.
is that one of them?
no, I don't. No. Like like let's say like if I go to if my wife
I
goes
don't
to her
think
management and go, I want
and
Shawn to work there.
and if they're higher up than each other. But maybe that's why it's in the code of conduct not to be like fraternizing with each other.
Exactly. Now hold on. Now the thing is, if the VP, everybody B loves on the phone. If the VP find out had a private detective, put surveillance on the wife, and the wife had an affair with someone outside the organization, Cindy, right? That would be something different as far as violating any kind of policy of the employer, right? Am I on the same page?
Right.
If it was somebody else that had nothing to do with the team.
Right.
But now that it's someone to do with the team, then it violates policies. Right, B? Right? Am I saying planet here?
Right.
Now, the Celtics, Cindy already talked about, but the Celtics knew about this, and what we didn't report on Friday, or did we? I can't remember. Cindy, I'll take that back because I don't know if we did or not. They moved to Boston, Cindy, and he knew that all this was about to come out.
Right.
And moved her from LA to Boston. And he knew that this was going to happen months ago. He just didn't know when.
Right.
Now, if this guy is messing with two married women on the Boston Celtics, boy, what that say about marriage?
It looks like it was only one lady. They're naming her as Kathleen Nimolin. That's who they're saying.
And the lady dropped the dime. Well, the main lady dropped the dime on herself, Cindy J and B Love, because she wiped herself off of social media. And when somebody do that, you know it's going down.
Well, no, there was another girl that people were accusing of being, her name was Allison Feaster.
Right.
They were accusing her of being the one that he was sleeping with, but the Celtics cleared that girl. They said that she wasn't the one that was involved, but she had to take herself off of social media because she was receiving all types of backlash and trolling.
Nothing wrong with a little backlash and a little trolling every once in a while. Now,
you know, once Twitter gets a hold of you.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Especially
Black Twitter. Now here we go. Now let's revisit this. The VP of finance wife who works for the organization had an affair with the head coach, and maybe he might have took his ding-a-ling and stuck it someplace else within the organization. And unfortunately, this, all inappropriate affairs happen throughout the world, every day and everyday life. We get it. But B, do you think that this, and Cindy J, do you think that do you want to revisit your disciplinary action with this guy? If this is the case, and why we can't put the woman on blast, okay? The little horny, little freaky deek. Why we can't put her on blast while she's having this extra affair on her husband, and they work. This woman is a sinister plot with this woman. She is a work for the Celtics. She having an affair with the head coach, and her husband is VP of finance. Why we can't put this bitch on blast, any?
We can if we knew who she was.
But why are they not putting this Horace chick on blast? CJ?
Well, because if it's the guy's wife, if he's the one that leaked it, he's gonna control the narrative about how his wife is spun in this as well. I mean, I wouldn't want. You know what I'm saying?
Cindy,
so that's probably why.
If I was VP of finance and my wife was banging the head coach,
yeah,
I'm dropping a dime on everybody.
Yeah, I would too. I'd show her picture.
B, why is this woman? Why we don't know this woman's name? Why is we giving her special treatment when she opened up the legs as well? What's going on with this? Why are we doing this?
It just goes to show it's again the favoritism that gets placed. And when we talk, I think a lot of the uproar with this whole situation was the fact of race, right? and the injustice of this man who everybody's done this a million times before, but they want to highlight this and why, right? And it goes back to race, even to the way they protected her. You think if that was a sis, that this her name would have been all over the blog, all over the news, all over everything. I'm with you, Shawn. Put her ass on blast.
Now, Cindy, I forgot. I was doing my research yesterday, and unfortunately I forgot to write this guy's name down. I'm so sorry about this situation. Then we'll move on. See, there was a baseball player. I think his name was John. Cindy, I think his name was John Phillips. Excuse me if I'm wrong. He was the general manager of the New York Mets baseball team. Okay. He had an affair with the same similar situation. Had an affair at the job, at the base. He's general manager of the baseball team. Cindy, this is a very powerful position for the New York Mets. Right. Got caught, right?
Why we gotta talk about the Mets though? Why we can't use another example?
First of all, my condolences for you being a Met fan. Now, see.
Listen, it's loyalty. It's a good.
I hear that. I'm a Yankee. I hear you. I'm a Yankee fan. I grew up 3 miles away from that stadium.
We know what the ratchet Bronx, but I'm just saying.
Ooh, thank you.
They off my Mets.
God bless. That's why Queens can never come to the Bronx. Now, Cindy. But you already know what KRS-One we did to you guys. That's another story.
How long ago was that? Get over it. That's so old news.
Yeah, no doubt. But KRS-One set back Queens 10 years when he dropped that Bridge is Over. We know that. And y'all got mad. Cindy. Now, look, CB ain't saying nothing. She's done. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Ha, ha, the bridge is over.
I can't.
Listen, Queens is in the building, and you're not going to be disrespectful.
No doubt. No disrespect.
Shawn Harvey. Don't make this a case.
All right. No
Maybe
disrespect.
come to Bethlehem and throw these hands. Just saying.
No disrespect to you light-skinned neighbors in Queens. Now, Cindy. Cindy, even the dogs are light-skinned out there. Cindy.
They all call Sunny.
Cindy, I think his name was John Phillips. I might want to look this up. He was the general manager of the New York Mets. Now, Cindy, let's listen to this guy. He had the same situation. They fired his ass.
Okay.
And this is when the time when the Mets were like really good. Like they were a good team. He's popular. He's a good-looking Babylonian. One of the model type kind of a guys, right?
Okay.
Right. And then right in his prime, the Mets fired him. Same thing, right? Boom. Cindy, a few years later, he cleans up his act. He becomes a sports commentator at ESPN, Baseball Network. The commentating guys that wear the suit on the desk.
Right.
He became one of those guys.
Okay.
Cindy, he did that at ESPN, did it again.
What? Oh my goodness. He was still married too to the same woman?
General manager of the New York Mets that loved the vagina. I forgot his name. He gets to now he's sitting at the desk. That's a prime job. That's like Michael Strahan and all of those guys.
Right.
They sit there with the nice suits on every day.
Talking junk.
Just getting paid talking about baseball. Right. Cindy, he pulled that slong out again. Now, B, I want to revisit this again. VP of Finance wife, the VP of Finance had a private investigator to go see what that wife is doing. And if you get the private, first of all, you got some money to do that because most of us neighbors can't get the private investigator to go get the wife. But we could save money because the only thing we got to do is run through that cell phone.
That's it. Or get your girls up, get your crew up.
And if you're out there hiring a private investigator to find out if your beloved loved one is having an affair, what is wrong with you? That's stupid. How much does that cost? And then, Cindy, now that you see there's more information with this, do you still have that 150? Before we move on, guys, welcome to the show. Live broadcast podcast at the Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, right around the corner, October the 27th, and that is actually Cindy J's birthday. So come on out, live podcast taping and comedy show and after party and Cindy J's birthday. See me for the ticket so you can see Cindy and also Tamiko. Now, be love, be in the building, and be a good look.
Absolutely, I will be.
Cindy.
Yay.
Cindy, do you still? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go with B, and then Cindy, we'll finish off with you, pause. Sounds like a disrespectful threesome.
It's fine.
I need to get my language together.
It
B.
sounded exciting. That's why I laughed.
Oh, it did? Good.
Go ahead.
B. Still a cash fine with this? Or you want to step it up?
What?
Oh, she's thinking.
I don't know.
Now, Cindy. Now, okay, I'll start first. Cindy, now that we got breaking news with this, now I'm going to suspend him for a year so he doesn't get paid. That's why they did it. They suspend him for a year. He's got a $4 million contract per year, whatever. They suspend him without pay. Now they played him. So now he's not getting no money. And B, let me tell you something. When I tell you that this guy fumbled the bag, you fumbled the bag, bro. They suspended you without pay. $4 million, and you done moved your fiance, legendary Nia Long, out here from the West Coast to the East Coast. Now, what she got to do? Fly back on United? They suspended you without pay for 1 year. Whoa! You did that for the vagina, bro? Boy, that must. I hope you bust the biggest nut on earth. Now, B, guess what? This is what I'm gonna do for him. If he has a 4-year contract, Cindy J, like say he makes $1 million a year, whatever, right? And I basically own his ass for 4 years. Guess what I'm gonna do, Cindy? I'm gonna suspend him for 2 years, and then I'm gonna fire him. And then, because there's a moral clause in those contracts where they tell you don't put your slong any place in any authorized area in the organization, and some of that money is going to go down too. He put his slong in something that really cost him $4 million.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's overreaching. If this was a white man, they wouldn't be doing this to him like this.
They did it to John Phillips.
Okay.
Now, and he's a white guy. Okay, B, I'm gonna finish
he
off
was
with
probably
Cindy.
still getting paid. He came back and got another job. Came back as a commentator.
And got slung out again.
Exactly.
And pulled the slung out
He was
again.
able to come back and do it again.
Hold on, wait. Let's get B's thought before you. B, what's your thought? What you gonna do? And then we end it with Cindy. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm with you, Sean. I'm gonna bench that ass for 2 years, let you sit around and ponder your mistakes, and then I'm gonna fire you. Good.
Cindy, are you gonna put the French guillotine on?
No, it's first of all, we're finding out more personal information, not more information, within anything that he did within the organization. Like, it's still the same thing. Just
Cindy,
I'm gonna fine him. That's
Cindy,
it.
how is he gonna come into the office? The VP finance guy is paying him.
Well,
Cindy,
your wife has a bigger.
The bag for real.
Cindy.
Yeah, well, take that L, bro. But
wait
you're still.
Cindy.
Okay, so you're doing this because your feelings are hurt.
But
so
Cindy,
now you're blurring business with your personal feelings.
Cindy,
your feelings lie with your wife. He's a guy. I thought y'all had like the bro code. You understand, bro. You understand what was happening.
Cindy, how can I go?
Take this L.
Cindy, how can I go to work every day as a VP finance guy, writing this guy's checks, and he's walking through the office, ready to go down to that stupid gym to go through the drills with the players, and I know that that movie's playing in my head that this guy slunged out my wife while she's in the other room, like nothing's ever happened, and I'm okay with that. Don't you think that that's some kind of mental stress at the job, Cindy?
Well, maybe if you were like the owner, maybe, or something, but you're just a VP of finance, like you don't really have. You're just getting paid too by the organization. You could leave if it's that harmful for you. Like to me, the
so
situation.
He's got to leave, Cindy?
No, but it's just like to me, the situation is not that serious. Like we're either gonna deal with this. Or whatever, you're gonna ruin this whole guy's life and your organization because supposedly this is the guy that got y'all to the championship and stuff. Like he's doing good work. Now you guys might not make it to the championship, and so what? Boston is losing out because your wife can't keep her legs closed, and now your feelings are hurt as a man. Like, what are we really talking about here? Is it about the organization or is it about your ego?
Okay, so Cindy, what if your husband slayed. Hold on, hear me out. Say if your husband was working at.
Don't speak that on me. It wouldn't be my husband,
Excuse
but go
me,
ahead.
If your husband was there, right, working
Yes.
at the job, right,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
and you're working there every day, Cindy Jane, right?
Wouldn't be my husband, but go ahead.
Getting dressed.
And Cindy, he slays the head basketball coach, which is a female.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Which is a female, Cindy?
Yeah. Okay.
You're okay? You're going back to work the next day. Hear me out. You're going back the next day looking at this chick. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Crystal, I'm gonna call you in 1 second, Crystal. There must be something wrong. She keeps calling me. Cindy, you okay with the female head basketball coach slaying your husband? Who's the VP of finance? And you see this bro walking by every day. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Listen,
Hold on.
if it were me and I'm seeing this woman every day, that's just gonna have to be something that I'm gonna have to deal with. Maybe I'll take, a few days off, leave of absence. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think the comptroller has the authority to do that, to fire him like that. I mean, I think he can air his grievances, but I don't know. I just don't think it's fair. And I think that this coach, even though what he did is messed up, I think, if, any of his white counterparts had this going on, I don't think it would be this big of a deal.
Hey, guys, give me a few minutes and you can call in. The number's 570-982-6950. Give me about 30 seconds if you want to call in and talk about this. So, Cindy, are you saying, then we get to B, you're saying that you're okay with the female head coach keeping her job, getting fined $150,000 when she slayed your husband and you had a private detective out there watching all of this, and maybe the female coach might have slayed, had sex with another coworker at the job. You're okay with this and you're going to work every day. And this is not a mental situation with you.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to be a mental situation, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if I could have influence on her getting fired, I would want her to get fired. But, I just feel like the problem really lies within, my own husband. So I'm not really out on like a vengeance type thing. That's not me at my core.
B.
Go ahead and ask me, because I'm going to keep it 1,000. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead, girl.
Ask the question.
B, if your husband is having an affair with the head coach, which is a female, and you're the VP of finance, and you see this chick walking by every day, going to the gym and just living her best life after smashing your husband, which you hired a private detective, are you okay with her getting fined? You're the general manager. You're the person. $100,000, and she could go to work every day.
Shawn, we all getting fired. Okay, everybody's getting fired. Forget fine. I'm snatching her wig. I'm snatching his coat, and it's going to be all costs ready to be paid. Lawyer money, bail money, everybody get your checkbook out because it's costing. How disrespectful. It's bad enough that you're cheating, but then on top of that, you're going to keep it right in my face? And men are all ego. So that's why this neighbor, as you said, probably is the one who snitched because he was in his ego and in his feelings. It's not okay. So, Cindy, I take my hat off to you, mama, because if it was me, her whole wig would be snatched off. Just
Cindy,
saying. That's just me.
Again, okay, put me in that position, right, B? Everybody got to go. I'm coming to work. I'm sorry. I might have to come to work with the black trench coat on. I'm outside. I got the boots. I'm wearing a hoodie. I got a frail little white kid with me. Pause. I got a retired postal worker with me.
Okay.
It's going down because of what you just said. The mere disrespect of it. Cindy, you can work in that environment?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's clap.
I mean, I don't think the VP of finance though and the head coach work very closely together. Like I don't think they see each other on a daily basis.
They still in the same building. They still use the same parking lot. So you're going to see this chick walk into the car?
Don't think so.
Cindy, you're going to see this chick walk into the car on her phone. Cindy, you're going to see her walk into the car on her phone like a casual conversation, taking care of business and going on with her life, and you okay? You going to walk by, you going to say hi to this bitch?
No, who says I'm interacting with her? Who says I'm?
Cindy,
who says?
The same building.
No, first of all, I think you're giving too much credit to the, can I say, close ability of them working together, and I think that yeah, like, I mean, it could be any. Listen, your partner can cheat with anybody. You have to work on that. If like every time I see you, I'm gonna go into a fiery rage. Like, no, you gotta understand what happens. Like, I'm not saying maybe I might take off of work. Maybe I'll see what I'm gonna do. Whatever. I'm not gonna say it's not something that would bother me. But number one, does the VP of finance have that type of authority to even fire somebody or have the influence to do that like that? And number two, again, is it about you or is it about the organization? So I don't know. I wouldn't feel like that, but
for me personally, I'm just saying, just a violation, like being cheated on. And I was having this discussion this weekend about relationships and cheating and stuff like that, because this stuff has been going on. It is what it is. It's been going on forever. But it's just a violation of, you stepping out on me. You violated my trust. You've violated us. What happens if this went a step further in any other case? And what I mean is, i.e. kids, or, you know what I'm saying, venereal diseases or something like that. You walking around with a whole bag because you stepped out. But on top of that, it's in the workplace. Like, the people, like, I just saw a sister, we were having coffee.
Right.
And we were just talking about Sex in the City this morning. No. That would be, I'm snatching her whole wig off. I'm just letting you know. I'm snatching both their wigs off. So you being super polite. I think we underestimate the fact of the disrespect.
Yes.
It's just highly disrespectful. And, even to your point when we talk about fining, okay, we could find somebody, they benched him. And this is bigger than him per se, let's be clear. But, in terms of this whole thing, because many have said it, this is a industry,
right?
And this industry, this is a lifestyle for them. Many women who marry professional athletes understand, right, or even work in professional, sports, understand that their man could possibly cheat. I'm just saying, what's your reaction to it? And for me, the disrespect of you come into the office every morning smiling in my face, like everything is okay, and then now to find out that you've been smashing my husband?
Right.
No, I'm not going to be that polite.
Right,
sorry.
exactly.
Just saying.
No, I totally understand, girl. Absolutely, absolutely. And this is coming from somebody, listen, I've been cheated on. That's why, I don't know, I've just thought about it in different ways. And, I try not to let it get to me.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. I understand.
Yeah.
That's why you have to have the bail money and the lawyer money. And Shawn, you're right. Spending money to go get a private investigator? We're not doing that.
Yeah, it's like you.
Go through the phone records. We're going to go through we as women are very resourceful when it comes to trying to figure stuff out with our men. So,
all right, hold on.
Yes.
We can save that change right there.
Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Oh, God. Hold on. Great conversation. We'll get back to it. I want to do two things here, okay?
What is happening?
I know. There's a lot going on. Okay. I wanted to make an announcement that we was going on an FM dial on a station in Rochester, New York. But that wasn't supposed to happen yet.
Okay.
But apparently, right now, we're on an FM station in Rochester, New York.
Okay.
100.3 FM. And I used some language that I wasn't supposed to because it's on the FM station. And I didn't know it. And that's why Crystal is calling me. So we're on a FM dial, FCC. I got to take a quick music break. I don't know how that's going to work. I want to apologize to those folks up there. They're testing the show. It's going to be a press release next week, Cindy, with this. And I'm thinking we're just doing the regular show, which we do anyway. But there's some things that, of course, I can't say, and I said it. And to the folks up there in Rochester, welcome. This is the Shawn. This is the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Cindy J's Cindy, wave at these. Look in that third camera. Wave at these folks.
They can't see us.
Yeah, no, the admin folks are looking. Wave. Say your Cindy. Say hello to these folks.
I'm Sunny J. What's going
Cindy,
on?
look in the camera. Say something to these people.
I'm looking in the camera.
Say hello and good morning to these people, please. Rochester 100.3. B Love's on the phone. We welcome you to this platform. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. They're testing it today, but I didn't know that they were testing today. Okay. So we're getting to all the media press with this throughout the week. And Cindy, I took a picture, and I got to show you the picture. I don't know if you like it or not, but
I probably won't.
Right, but we need to take another picture.
I probably won't.
For the release for them, and that's why Crystal was calling me so frantically. I'm like, what's wrong? But now we know what it is. The problem is solved. Just give me 1 second before we get into this. I tell you what, at 15 minutes after the hour, guys, I'm gonna mute the sound and we're gonna play music just for 3 minutes because they need to take a station break. And we don't even know when the breaks are. We talked continuously for 37 minutes, and I just didn't know. So 100.3 FM in the city of Rochester. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. This is where you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning start. Right, Cindy, let's clap and welcome folks to Rochester. And big clap, please, if you don't mind.
Clap.
And I don't know. I am so. My name is Shawn. I'm a comedian. We'll get into all of that. I'm sorry. I'm done. All right, now back to the conversation.
Are we taking a break?
We're gonna take a break in 3 minutes. Okay. Let me get some mute.
That's blasphemy.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get some music. Wait, let me get some music. And guys, welcome, guys. Rochester, New York. Once you start listening to this show, that's it. There's no other morning show you're gonna listen to. So we're gonna see if we could play something safe. I'm gonna play "You're Black" by. It really doesn't even matter. By our friend Zell. Maybe that might not catch a marker. We're gonna play that for 10 seconds. No, 1 minute. We'll play it. Okay, now back to what we were talking about. I'm sorry, I was lost. Now, Cindy, I know y'all went on to the conversation, but you're okay with the head coach going on with the whole situation as far as working at the workplace?
Yeah.
And you don't mind that this woman is working there every day after having an affair with your husband?
No, like you're not working there. My wife, like you're not working there no more, or whatever.
Your
like,
husband is not working there no more.
My husband, you're not working there anymore. Like you're fired. Bye.
So you're firing your husband?
Yeah.
But you're still working it?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm obviously the breadwinner. I'm gonna still work there. You
but how
have to work someplace else.
But the coach doesn't get fired, City?
Because I'm separating the two things. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach still has, like if he was a sucky coach and he wasn't good anyway, or she wasn't good anyway, then yeah, fire her. But I'm trying to put the business ahead of whatever personal stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying?
So you're throwing your husband out of the workplace, but the woman that had the affair.
Husband. Like, look at you. Would you do this to me? You are the one who took the vows. You are the one who has the loyalty to me. So why would I keep you working here? I don't want to see you every day. I want you out the cut. I want you at the house.
Yo, B.
So yeah, I'm firing you. I'm trying to ruin my husband's life.
What are they saying? What are they saying in the chat? What are they say? What these folks say? B, do you hear this?
What? Why is that wrong?
Because if I was in that position, I don't want the dude that's having sex with my wife.
But that's the problem. Why are you so mad at the dude? Why are you so mad at the other party when you should be mad at the person that took the vows to you?
I'm mad at everybody.
No, you're not.
I said everybody got to go.
Because you want to lay, and that's why this woman is getting shielded from the media. Because they want to lay all the blame on the other person. When people need to check their feelings at the door, it's not the other person's fault. It's your partner's fault. Your partner. The person that lives with you. The person that lays with you every day.
Hold on a second.
The person that knows you.
Hold on, guys. Rochester, New York. We're going to go to a segment. It's called The Morning Drive. DJ not here. Hustler's going to get some music. We'll be right back.
What if your skin was the proof? There's some hard things you'll go through. And the game is rigged to make sure you're through. What you say is true. Maybe it's cause you're blind. Maybe it's cause of that. Maybe it's cause the power in you seems to threaten that. Maybe it's cause you're blind. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Yeah. Like you're less than anyone. But you're no less than them. No less than anyone. Yeah. Every time I leave that house, I feel like I leave without. I can never leave without. Mama telling me about what's been happening to him. Cause they all match with my skin. Man, that could have been my kin, but they put him in a bin. Either that or a bid. Cause he's black, he's a kid. Look at the conditions we are in. We get so wrapped up, caught up in the rapture. Judging others when we all live in sin. Where do I begin? Man, the story never ends. I'm discouraged with my own melanin. Isn't that a shame? Look at the progress that we made. Yet still not a damn thing changed. But we'll overcome in the end, cause that's all that we've ever done. You're no less than to me or to anyone. Black is beautiful, you never listen to anyone. Put that on everyone. Maybe it's cause you're blind. Maybe it's cause of that. Maybe it's cause the power in you seems to threaten that. Maybe it's cause you're blind. They want you trapped. They want you living in a world where you feel less, like you're less than them. Like you're less than anyone. But you're no less than them. No less than anyone. Maybe it's the way the media always portray the black father, or how we ain't capitalize on the black dollar. I don't see thugs in my brothers, I see mass scholars, trap squatters, hit a drought and then come back harder. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and really analyze the superpowers that you've been given to maximize. I used to roam dirty halls in the project.
Okay, so we are back. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, Tina, Sidney J, Miss B on the other line. What time is it, guys? I got to put this up. Okay, it is 50 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to the show. Special shout out to Rochester. Crystal, I know you hear me. Please email me the time clock if you don't mind. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Now, B, this is, before we go on to the next story. All right. So this is more of now a workplace situation and feelings. And Cindy is saying we have to separate the personal from the business, which I love. I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how I can do that as far as seeing another man that was involved in an affair with my wife at the workplace. Cindy J, I'm going to give you a round of applause because Cindy is hell-bent on just punishing the husband because he was the actor. And foundationally, Cindy J, that's true.
I think the other party
but
should be punished. But
everybody got to catch it, Cindy.
Yeah, but to be fired for
yes.
that? No, I don't think it warrants firing.
What are they saying in the chat room? B, you don't think that the person who's conducting all this sexual activity at the job shouldn't be fired?
If I had firing power, absolutely. And I understand what you're saying, Cindy, from the perspective of you need to go to your partner and what's the issue there. My problem with that, let's handle that, right? Because there's clearly an issue there. But it's the disrespect of the other person, of that woman who knows that we're married, who knows that knows all of our business. You know how the workplace is. Okay, everybody knows each other's business.
All right. The next time we take a break, guys, I got to play the whole song. So we'll deal with that. All right. So there you go. I think we're going to leave that alone. Cindy, we can move on. What are they saying in the chat room real quick? But Cindy, God bless you. You're better than I am. You punishing the mate, and I get that. And nobody else catches it. She goes back to work.
I didn't say nobody else catches it. I said he gets a penalty. We can up the fine. We can do whatever. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, when you're trying, you cannot make decisions out of anger, out of, you know, rage. You can't be emotional when you're making these kind of decisions. You have to think about everything that's involved, which is another reason why this guy, Patrick Lynch, who hired this detective, like, you're acting off pure emotion, bro. You're making yourself look bad, your family, if you were trying to save any type of dignity. You're over here dragging your organization into all of this craziness.
So this is his fault.
No, it's not his. It's the way that you're going about handling it. It's very messy, and it could have been handled another way.
Cindy,
you know what I'm saying?
Cindy, usually, and we will move on. Usually, the way these situations are handled is folks are coming into the workplace with firearms and killing folks.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, especially with the affair parts. I'm not condoning none of that. At least he had the open-mindedness to hire a private detective. Blacks in that, both black folks and Latino folks, a lot of folks, and I'm gonna put the racial part in it, we lose our mind when we find out our mate was cheating on us.
I know a lot of
at least
people
he had enough discipline in his feelings to hire somebody.
No,
Shawn Harvey's not hiring anybody. I'm gonna be crying and emotional. I'm going to your job. I'm banging on your door. It's the B, right? Are you with me with that?
I'm with you, Shawn. I'm gonna be right there with you. Like, what happening? I got her. You handled him, and make sure the lawyer's on deck. That's all I'm saying. Get the bail money ready. Get the bail money ready.
Only thing I'm saying, like, I'm coming to the job, like, why? Like, we're doing that. I'm snot nose. I might have crashed my car into the fire hydrant in the parking lot to get to you. There's a lot of that going on, Cindy.
No, why are you acting like that?
Because somebody tapped the vagina.
So what?
All right, let's move on.
We gotta call Sunny. Just so you know, Sunny will be the go-to if any of this goes down, because she's going to talk us off the ledge, Shawn.
Okay.
Yeah, these people, we don't own these people.
Talk us off the ledge.
These people can do anything they want to do any day.
Cindy, what are they saying, Sharon?
It's like 50-50. Some people are saying...
What?
Some people are saying they'd be upset. Other people are saying they wouldn't, you know, that they agree with me. So
some people agree with you?
Yeah.
And some people agree with me?
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. Great conversation. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Only place on earth where you get the morning love. Rochester, New York, 100.3 up there. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining our platform. Cindy, what else you got? B-Love's on the phone. What else you got? I just feel weird. Like, it's just throwing me off with this whole Rochester thing. Go ahead.
LL Cool J, as well as Russell Simmons, Michael Rappaport, are a couple of people that have come out against DJ Academics, called some hip-hop pioneers dusty. LL Cool J says, don't ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. During a recent stream on Twitch, it's like a video streaming, it's a streaming platforming service. DJ Academics was heard saying, them old rappers, man, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop, really living good? Them neighbors be looking real dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to come for me, because I don't F with y'all either. So I'm just telling y'all the truth. Every time there be like an old head talking about hip hop, you'd be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else is looking real better than you. LL Cool J, of course, who's definitely a pioneer in the hip hop game, caught wind of what was said, and he took some time to set a few things straight. He said, let me explain something to you. Don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. He says, no one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. A lot of even rock musicians, a lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. He also said that's why it's one of the reasons he started his Rock the Bells movement. He said, so I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that change the world. These people change the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip hop culture right now. Every commercial, everything you could think of, it's all about hip hop. And it's people out there that started this thing, and I think they deserve to be honored and respected. Russell Simmons also came out and in an Instagram post, basically saying, pause and be grateful for those who came before you, who built your life. I don't know how wealthy you are or how many boats you float on. How many cars do you own? How many people have you made rich? How many people have you made successful that have made their families successful? What have you done for the culture? I know Kanye's songs. I know Drake's songs. I don't know you. I sound like Stacey Dash. I don't know you at all. I don't know what you've made, but I wish you well. And a couple of other people have come out saying what he said. So
All right.
I know a lot of young people feel DJ Academic's sentiments. So it's good to hear them come out against it and see what they have to say.
Okay, well, first of all, Cindy, as y'all all know, like I was like 3 years before the hip hop movement. My sister, God bless her, used to go to the jams back in the 70s. Kool Herc and Africa Bambaataa and all of them, when hip hop was really only in the Bronx, New York, when it formulated. And then I used to go to my sister's house. I used to go to my sister's house on the weekend because Grandmaster Flash and the Funky Four and all of them used to play in the park right across the street from where my sister lived, at 63 Park in the Bronx, New York, between Boston Road, 168th and 169th and Boston Road. And I used to go over there as a little boy, and I would ask my sister, can I please go across the street to listen to this music? So I was like a few years behind the foundation of hip-hop music in this culture, which celebrates his 49th year, which celebrates his 50th year coming up. And it's unfortunate that this young man, DJ Academic, would be so critical on the founding fathers of hip hop. I think that the music industry, Cindy J, should for these founders of hip hop and their families, it's well documented. You know who these folks are because some of them are still living. So the history of hip hop is there because some of the pioneers are still alive, right? I believe that now because we have all these streaming services, Cindy J, and all these record labels and in the music industry should give the pioneer the pension, Cindy J.
Give him a pension.
Sure. I think that
a retirement, because we've talked about this.
I know, but
before.
I think that they, for them to call them, hold on, for them to call these folks Dusty is so disrespectful. Like like Dusty old, like, and stop using old heads. Like I was in Philly and a young comic was like, yo, old head. No. I know. Don't call me old head because it's so disrespectful. It's like you threw me out in the trash and I looked in the parking lot for something to eat. I'm not an old head. That's that Philly thing. I'm not. Call me an old school dude, whatever. Not old head. I'm not an old head. If I'm an old head, then you're a young head. Now let's knock this off. DJ Academics, who has a very popular online, Cindy J. Young folks love him. He's very critical. He talks a lot of what B would say, a lot of ish. And there's a lot of that going on. But it does spark a conversation. Now, what he said, yes, I don't like what he said. I disagree with what he said. But it does spark B Love a bigger conversation on the pioneers of hip hop. B, imagine if you I know Kool Herc, right? And I could call Herc right now. But Sidney J, Herc is kind of pissed off, in a sense. This is the guy. Sidney, imagine you founded this industry and you see it all around you globally. And not for his mistakes in being business-minded as far as the hip-hop culture, because you didn't know what it was going to turn out to be. Imagine you walking around and you're one of the guys that put the blueprint on the industry, and you're not really getting compensated for it. It's just really sad. It's really.
But it's like, but to me though, how do you monetize, right? If you have to profit off of a culture, you can't get paid for how people use slang. You can't get paid because people are wearing a certain style of, like, they're wearing baggy jeans. You can't get paid because people are now rapping. You know what I mean? Like, those are so you have to. So you would have to be business minded enough to own the music and stuff that you were creating, because a lot of this music is sampled, it's used over and over, and unfortunately our people were getting screwed over because white Jewish men were monetizing on their craft.
And that's why I said,
and that's unfortunate, but I feel like, that's why it's looked at like that, because it's like you want to make money off of what though? Yeah, like, unfortunately that was stolen from you, but you can't. Well, how do you make money off of a culture like that unless you are,
It's almost like the Elvis Presley syndrome. No, hip hop is well documented, Cindy J. This is something that didn't come. It was it's not some mystical, magical form of entertainment that just appeared and it was in trademark, because some white guy, God bless, tried to trademark the whole hip hop theme and they wouldn't allow that to happen.
No, but the music though is what drove the culture,
right?
And that's what they're able to make money off of. Because, like I said, you can't make money really off of a culture like that unless you're picking a specific thing.
That's why I said
Asians are making money off of black culture with the hair.
Yeah,
like, they're taking a specific thing. So because they didn't take that specific thing and monetize it like the way that they're supposed to, that's why they're not getting paid for it. That's why I said. But they're trying to say hip hop as a whole. Yes, they did cultivate that, but you can't get paid off
but
of
this
that.
is why I'm saying this is how you can get paid off of it.
Yeah, and they let us slip through their fingers.
No, hear me out. Because of B, you still there?
I'm here.
Because of these founding father folks from the Bronx, New York, because sometimes Queen said they started hip hop, never happened. DJ Flowers and all of that didn't happen.
You're gonna stop diminishing my borough today.
It didn't happen. It didn't. DJ Flowers invented hip hop. No, hip hop started in the Bronx, New York. We all know that. Sidney, because of it's documented that the folks who have cultivated this whole hip hop movement, right? Because we know who they are and their families, because they're still alive. I think that hip hop folks, and I'm talking about the first tier of the hip hop community, they should, because of the record industry as a business and as a whole, who's made billions of dollars over hip hop music, can funnel some of that money, sort of like a stimulus check or something like that. Hear me out. Like that. Hear me out. And I think that some of these Coca-Cola Rock MCs, these are the guys, Keith Cowboy, who invented hip to the hop, you don't stop, and all these guys. My man, the Grandmaster Flash, and all these guys. They should get a check from the record industry, the companies, the streaming services that use this music. You're right, music was sampled. The hip hop stars back in the days, they did sample music. We can discard that because those folks got paid. I just think that the music industry as a whole should give pensions to these guys. I think they should have something. I'm not saying cut a check. Russell Simmons, how much is he worth? He's worth probably $1 billion. And he was part of that movement. He was that second tier. Remember when Run DMC and all of them came out? Those were those second tier hip hop guys. And that's when they figured out the music industry part of this game. I just think that the music industry as a whole should write checks to these 100 guys and women.
How many of them is
about
there?
100 of them.
About 100 that created the culture?
I think so.
And how much should they get paid?
Right. That's enough.
How much?
I think
how
that.
do you figure out that situation?
Well, we can figure it out. It's very easy.
Okay.
Sort of like if they did hip hop for 20 years, like a regular job. Like say you worked a regular job for 20 years, and no disrespect to regular jobs, like say you made $65,000 a year. Right, and you times that by 20, right, and whatever that is, right, and then you take the pension off of that or whatever retirement fund. So you would get a check, $1,000 a month, right? Let's say $1,000 a week. So I would say give a pension, if you want to round up a number, give a pension of $2,500 to $4,000 for these pioneers that are not working no more. It's unfortunate. It is kind of true. Some of these hip hop pioneers, they have nothing.
So then what?
So just give them a check.
But
give them a check, bro.
Do you understand that? Like, this is entertainment. If you're such a pioneer and doing all this stuff, then move with the times. Like,
Cindy, these guys are almost 70 years old, and
still
Cindy,
be
it goes,
writing music,
and
still
it goes
be doing
back.
whatever.
No, Cindy, and it goes back to what you said, like the Jewish folks and white folks.
They're still getting paid.
Exactly, they still getting the money off the backs of these hip hop legends. They're still getting sort of a pension, so they need to break down some of that money and give it to the hip hop star. Hold on, Cindy. B, what you think about this real quick before I take a second break?
I think I'm on a fence with my parents here. I'm with Senny. You guys need to reinvent yourself, as many people have, in order to be profitable. But on the other side, I'm with you, Shawn. Like, there's so many hip-hop artists today make money off of nothing. Right. That started off of something that these guys are not being compensated for.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, B. Hold on. A quick break.
HIE
B, hold your thought.
Okay.
We're about business.
She got me backing up again. She make me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again. She make me feel like she's my best friend. I never thought that it would happen, that I found myself losing my true love. I thought that this was gonna last forever. I guess the love took just a wrong turn, until I found this angel from heaven, with a smile that brightens up the whole place, with an attitude that's so sophisticated. That's why I had to have her, 'cause I know she got me backing up again. One more time, she made me feel like she's my best friend. She got me backing up again, She made me feel like she's my best friend. I'm glad to have a woman like this, that made me feel just like a new man, from dating all the women around the world. So I guess she is the one to change my game plan, but I don't have no problem with the changing from the bad to the good place. They say good things come to those who waited. I'm happy to be patient, now I'm good. She got me backing up again. One more time, she made me feel like she's my best friend.
glad that you're my lady. Your love just drives me crazy. I can't place no one above you. So everything I sing is true. I know we can make it. There's no one gonna take it. I need you here forever. I'm glad that we're together. That's how I know. She got me back in love again. Back in love again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. My best friend. She got me back in love again. Love again. She made me feel like she's my best friend. I finally found myself back in love again. I never thought that it would happen. I finally found myself back in love again. I never thought that it would happen. I finally found myself back in love again. I never thought that it would happen. I finally found myself back in love again. I never thought that it would happen. No. She got me back in love again. Make me feel so good. She made me feel like she's my everything. She got me back in love again. Back in love again. She made me feel like she's my best friend.
All right, that's our guy Marky 3 back in love again. We are back to the show. It's a motivational Monday. It is Monday, September the 26th, 2022, 14 minutes after y'all. Welcome back. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up, Team Cindy J. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Special guest, B Love. Let's clap for B being on the phone. And guys, if I'm a little thrown, Cindy, you're right. I am a little stressed out. I'm a little thrown off today. And you know how I give it up, guys. You can kind of see my emotions on my face when something's going wrong, and I'll get through it. Thank God. All right. B, what was you talking about earlier? Shout out to all those folks in Rochester. We truly appreciate y'all. Welcome aboard to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. And I definitely apologize for earlier comments. B, do you think these folks can get a pension or some kind of check? Because I said give them like at least $2,500 to $4,000 a month as a pension, because we know who they are. At least we can kind of pinpoint who the persons who invented hip hop, so that would alleviate all that speculations on who to give it to. How you feel about that?
I agree. That's no money. When you think about how much money these artists are making today, that is no money, Shawn. I'm with you. Give them a check. Now,
B, Cindy, so cavalier. She says, reinvent yourself. These people are in their 50s to 70s. We see artists that we love from 20, 30 years ago sing the same songs when we go to concert. They're not kind of reinventing themselves. You don't see new music from Shaka Khan, no disrespect.
Right.
So it's not. I can't rock with you with that argument that people should constantly reinvent themselves, because the artists that are popping right now today, B Love, 25 years from now they'll be oldie but goodie guys.
Exactly.
So
how they reinvent themselves, though, Shawn, is behind the scenes and how they're making music. To Semi's point, there's a lot of artists out here, and that's why a lot of people were offended by what this man said, because there are real artists out here who are still making money behind the scenes and just doing music. They may not be performing, but they're in the studio, they're producing, they're writing, they're helping other artists. So I can kind of understand both sides of the argument.
No, I get it, I hear everything that you say, and there are, Cindy, before you move on, there's probably maybe not only 1% of the founding fathers who are actually working out there or making music and working like I go back to my man Scorpio from the Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, and those guys are touring the country each and every day, providing entertainment for the masses, Cindy J. And then you have a few others that are out there that are just working every day, still, even in their 50s to 70 years old, which is a great accomplishment. But I still think that these founding father guys should get some type of check, because the music industry is still making money each and every day off of these songs that were invented 40 years ago. You're right, Cindy, even though it was sample music, but the rap part of it was something, or the lyrical part of it is something that was invented in the Bronx, New York. I just think that they should get some type of compensation, for and then you have the small percentage of rappers, CJ, who are millionaires, who are very successful, LL Cool J, the Russell Simmonses of the world. We get it. But those other guys that just didn't get a piece of that pie, that inspired the younger rappers, because DJ Academic, if his father or grandfather invented hip hop, he wouldn't be saying that. So my whole thing is, like, just give them a few dollars, guys. Get these hip-hop guys. These guys are 65, 70 years old.
And who's supposed to be paying them? Where is this?
The record industry, I said, the streaming. Name the 7 big record companies that own all this work and have them pay it. They're worth billions of dollars. CBS Records, all these other record companies. They're worth billions of dollars. Just cut these guys a check.
I don't agree with
and throw the government too. Since you're doling out some PPP money, give some of these old school rappers some money too. 2 checks. Give them some. Sending $2,500 to $4,000 a month as a pension for the rest of their life is no money comparison to what the record industry is worth. Go ahead.
I mean,
give them a couple. Give them a few dollars.
If they were never paid what they're worth, do I think that they weren't paid what they're worth? Absolutely, they were getting played back then.
So, Cindy, if you was head of a record,
go after the record companies then.
Cindy,
you know what I'm saying?
Cindy,
but
if you,
I just feel like all these years, like they still hemming and hawing about it, like.
Because they're dying out, Cindy. But and for him, and for this young man to call him Dusty.
That's disrespectful.
Oh my God!
It's disrespectful because it's like,
terrible.
how can you say that about the culture? But
right, if it wasn't for the culture, he wouldn't have a job. So why would you call these founding pioneers Dusty when if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be DJing?
Right. But do I think the rap forefathers should be getting a check?
Yeah,
That's
they should get a check. Yes,
that's
Cindy,
debatable.
if your grandfather had been in hip hop and he wasn't getting a check, wouldn't you be mad? Or would you say, go out, Grandpa, go out and get new music?
They're resentful.
Get on the stage, Grandpa.
Your grandpa, get on the stage and get that new beat, get that trap music popping. No.
Or I would be like, hey, get on TikTok, like talk about what it was like, or try to capitalize any way that you can off of that.
They can do that as well.
What are you doing? I mean,
they still can get a check.
My thing is, you can't have a hit in, I don't know, 1965, 1970. Yeah. And, ride that wave that you did in the 70s and then, in 2022, and then never did anything all that time, but then be like, oh, I should be getting a check because, I created all this.
Yeah,
like,
you should. You should get a check.
Know.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
What
I
else
think that's the other side of it, Cindy, is that a lot of these artists are so disenfranchised because of how they were treated and because of the disrespect, that they just kind of stepped away from it all. And I think when this guy's talking about that, it's like they dusty, because a lot of people just were like, there's even more current artists who are broke, to be fair. And to Sunny's point, is it our issue that they can't handle their money or that they're not good at negotiations?
No,
all of that?
Here we go. B, if it wasn't for hip hop, you wouldn't have a quarter of your swag right now. They should give
Slow
these
down, Shawn. Slow down.
B, I wouldn't
Slow
have
down, Shawn.
B, I wouldn't have a half of my swag if it wasn't for hip hop. Remember, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I almost saw it created. That's where that swag.
And I'm from Queens.
That's where that swag came from. A lot of our swag came from the hip hop culture, Cindy. Except for Cindy.
But a lot of the stuff.
So they should
but
get
the
some money
hip-hop
for it.
But was the hip hop? Well, now it's to say who influenced who. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the things that happened in hip hop culture was because of what was going on around them and the people. They were just able to put it into a song and get it to the masses of people. But the people were the one who were influencing the culture. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, the people were, but
it's
at
like,
the same
what came
time,
first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, it doesn't matter.
So we
but
should
these
be
guys,
getting paid.
No,
We're the
no.
ones that fuel the entertainment industry
No,
as a whole.
No,
they have
these
to make
performers-
music. We gotta pay for their concerts.
You
We
hear
gotta
this?
pay for their merchandise. We gotta pay for their songs.
that's a
We're the
consumer-
ones that are fueling all of this stuff.
That's a consumer-based issue. My whole thing is if the live
they
performance,
take what people were doing in the hood,
B.
put it in a song, and then they get paid off of it.
B.
So it's like, what are you really trying to get
Sean.
paid off?
Cut him a check.
V, they need a check. I don't care what she's talking about. I do care what
Oh,
you're
now
talking
you know
about.
what I'm talking about.
But you, because you don't
That's
see
what I'm talking about.
You don't see where it
Who's
started
getting paid?
from.
Where did it start from?
It started in the Bronx in the 70s. They need to get a check. Herc and them need a check. Herc is almost
So let the Bronx
70-something
cut him
years
a
old.
check, Sean.
Why is he going to
Let
hunger?
the Bronx cut him a check.
Right.
The Bronx ain't cutting no checks.
That's the thing. Exactly.
All right, well, let's move on. Academics, very disrespectful to call him Dusty.
Yeah,
I say,
at the end of the day, he's still disrespectful.
you're very disrespectful. I say give the pioneers. Some kind
Put
of
a one in the
pension.
chat room if you think
Something.
the hip hop pioneers need a check,
It's about 100
a
of them.
retirement check,
You
100 of them.
It's like it was like the Fantastic Five, Cold Crush, Coca Rock, the Treacherous. Like these guys, come on, the Crash Crew. You know, get these guys a check. Give them a pension. Give them something. Shawn Rock from the Funky Four, first female. Did you know that Shawn Rock was the first female rapper in Funky Four? Did you even know that?
Absolutely
no,
not,
of course not.
Sean.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Cindy J and Beetle. Hey, it's Deborah Leslie Copper.
Good morning, Deborah.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi, I can't get in. What's going on? Have I been banned?
Get in what?
You can't get in the chat room?
Get into what?
Chat room.
Cindy, see what's going on with her in the chat room.
I'm going to tag you on something.
Yeah, tag on
I'm
something.
gonna-
There's nothing wrong.
Benny
Could y'all
guys.
talk to me? I'm about to get off the bus in the middle of my commute to work to get a honey chicken biscuit
Delicious.
from Chick-fil-A. I can't do this. I am 3 pounds over my weight.
Deborah, I just tagged you in the group room, so check your Facebook and see if you got a tag.
All right. Cindy, thank you. Because I was worried. I thought I got banned because I don't come in enough.
Oh, no. I would
No.
never
Very
ban you.
I'm in. No, but family gets shady.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Robinson. You did not pick up my phone call. Vanetta George, you did not pick up my phone call. LaShawn Haynes Jones, you did not pick up my phone call.
I'm weak.
Don't get on a list like New York One, okay?
So you call?
damn.
Wait a minute. So you call these folks to see what was the problem with you getting in the chat room,
Huh?
and they didn't pick up the phone?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Oh.
you're in now.
I'm about to put New York One on the list because they got rid of Eric Adame. And then this girl was talking about she don't think Rihanna is a good pick for the Super Bowl halftime.
Who said that? Oh, yeah, I was going to report on
Oh.
that.
Yeah, Shannon. I'm about to get her. Don't play with me, Shannon.
Who is she in
Who's
the chat room?
Okay.
Yes, from New York One. She's filling in for my girl today. But
Oh,
I'm about to ban them because it ain't the same without Eric Adame. They have the old guy there. I hate his weather.
oh.
Yeah. Well, Eric got to stop putting negative photos on and video on his little chat sites. He just can't do it. Before we get back
What
to,
can we do?
we can't. He can't. He just can't do it.
I gotta get Eric Adame back. What do we do?
Start a petition.
Well, tell him.
Start a
No.
petition online to get Eric Adame back
Before we
at
go.
New York One.
No, what we need to tell him to keep his clothes on. That's the first thing. Okay.
I thought we decided what he did in his.
I said fire. All right. Well,
Deborah's low.
Other
The-
guy, he never gets it right.
well,
Can you make her
So I
loud?
lost my curls last week because of him.
she lost her curls last week. Some people are into their
I love
weatherman.
y'all, the chat room. But please, could you let me know, Sean? Should I cut all my chat room friends off for like a week?
No, I don't want you to do that. No,
You know
we
how
got.
I get down with the band and the boycott.
I understand that. No, we're all a family, whether we get mad at each other or not. It doesn't matter. We'll get through it. No, you don't
They
cut
were
off
busy
nobody.
watching the show.
Deborah, talk about shady family.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
I don't do shady.
no,
Sean
no.
already know. Remember I used to walk past mochas?
Yeah, no, I know I know your dead to me game is unbelievable. I get it, but no, in this situation, no, we're not doing that. You go on back at that center. You tagged in the chat room, right?
Yeah.
So
she's
you're
in the
good.
chat.
No worries, and we love you.
I'm in. I see it. Thank you.
Okay.
Love you, Cindy.
All right.
Love you
Who's
too,
there
Deborah.
today? I only see Cindy.
Yeah, it's me, Sean, and B Love is on the phone.
Hi, V-Love. We're friends now, Cindy.
Yes.
I
Don't be
know,
jealous, me and
Deborah.
V-Love.
I'm-
Deborah, I see you, girl. Don't cut me off. You ain't called me. I would have put you onto the chat room, mama.
I know, V-Love.
All right,
The
Cindy.
rest of those, I'll get done.
All right, Cindy. What else you got? Thanks, Deborah. Love you to death.
Bye, Deborah.
Love you. Goodbye, Mr.
Have a good one,
Robinson.
guys.
Yes. Shout out to Deborah for getting in the chat room. I was reporting.
B, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to report that Rihanna is set to headline the Super Bowl 2023 halftime show, which was a major surprise to everybody. I know it was to me when I seen this. The pop singer said this year she was working on a new album. Super Bowl 57 is scheduled for February 12th at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. And the Twitter accounts of NFL and Rock Nation, the record label that represents Rihanna, founded by Jay-Z, posted a photo of what appears to be Rihanna's tattooed arm holding up an NFL football with the caption, "Let's go." Rihanna has posted the same image on her Instagram account. Apple Music, which the NFL announced last week, will replace previous sponsor Pepsi as the halftime show sponsor. Also confirmed the news. It's on. Rihanna will take the stage for the first ever Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show on February 12th. The platform tweeted, Super Bowl 57 and the halftime show are usually highly anticipated television events. This year's game, in which the Los Angeles Rams beat the Cincinnati Bengals, drew what the NFL estimated was more than 208 million viewers. The halftime show, which the NFL says had more than 120 million viewers, featured a mashup of performances by Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige, as we saw last year. Rihanna had the opportunity to headline the 2019 halftime show, but she confirmed later that year that she turned it down to support Colin Kaepernick, the 49er quarterback who attracted support and controversy for taking a knee during the national anthem. She said, "I couldn't dare do that." She said, "For what? Who gains from that? Not my people. I just couldn't be a sellout. I couldn't be an enabler. There's things within that organization that I do not agree with at all, and I was not about to go and be of service to them in any way." The performance was instead headlined by Maroon 5. Rihanna, who's 34, released her most recent album, Anti, in 2016. In an interview with Vogue this year, she said she was working on a new album. She has won 9 Grammys in addition to several American Music Awards and Billboard Music Awards. However, she came in at number 21 on Forbes' annual list of America's top self-made women this year because of her $1.4 billion net worth, earned mainly from the success of her cosmetic line Fenty Beauty, as well as her lingerie line, Savage Fenty, which has raised money at $1 billion valuation, and it's reportedly initial offering coming in at $3 billion evaluation this year. She also gave birth to her first child, a boy, with boyfriend ASAP Rocky in May.
Well, shout out to ASAP Rocky. And this, what's the big deal? Why people don't want her to be in the halftime
Because
show?
what are you performing? You haven't had an album in all these years.
What's her hits?
You know her hits.
I don't know her hits.
She has
She
plenty.
got bangers.
So what do you talk? Why you don't think that? See, it goes back to what we was talking
because
about.
We're gonna hear your old stuff. I mean, it's gonna
now-
be a vibe regardless. But I just feel like, what are we going to be hearing? Why was she the pick? There's so many other people.
Now, B-Love, you hear the contradiction? 3 minutes earlier, Cindy's talking about reinvent yourself, get new music out there, Grandpa. Now we have
She
an
doesn't
issue.
have new music.
Now we have an
After
issue
Super
with
Bowl, and
because
it's
we
live.
want to hear the classics. Nobody want to. For some particular artists, we don't want to hear your new music.
From Rihanna, we do.
No, we
'Cause
don't.
We've played your old stuff, and
Yeah,
we're still playing it.
What song is she? What's and listen. What about her stage performance? It calibrates the whole.
Rihanna's not really a dancer, so
I
I'm not
don't
really
think-
expecting much from the performance per se. And she's not really that great of a singer.
Wow,
She's not.
I think she's great.
Took the bullets away this morning with Rihanna.
I mean,
I think it's
she's
something
She's a
personal.
good entertainer. She's a vibe. Like Rihanna, it's like her personality. That's why she's able to still rock after all these years.
So-
is she like a singer? No.
I don't know.
Is she a dancer? She's doing her little wine thing, her little twerking thing. Okay, you cute.
I don't think. I
But-
think this is a different. It's not. See, I
don't think
disagree.
anybody's.
Y'all can
I
rock with
don't.
J-Lo. Y'all can rock with Rihanna.
Yeah, we
That's
could.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
But I love J-Lo, but I'm just saying.
That's what-
Rihanna is a banger. She's a whole vibe.
Yeah, she got a bunch
she
of
has
hits.
a whole set she can do.
Yes.
yes, but would you say she's a singer?
Yeah, she's a singer. I would say
She
she's a
can
singer.
sing.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's a singer. Yeah, she's
I-
can sing. She
okay.
can perform. She's a singer. She might
She
not
can
be.
perform.
She
She's
might,
a
she
performer.
might. She might not
when
be.
I say like her vocals
It
are
doesn't matter.
unsmashed and
It's a lot.
you can hear that come through her music.
It's
a lot of
it's a lot of-
overtones on her music. A lot of
it's
layers.
Fine. It's fine, and we could say that about half the artists out here. The only
Yes,
thing
that's-
is she's a
you
great.
can.
She's a great performer. She has great hits. She's gonna do well in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
People who think that why her? Like, what are you talking about? This chick got like 17,000 hits.
Agreed.
She looks great. You never hear her in any kind of BS, any kind of mess. She got the baby father. She's a mother. She's a
I mean, the baby
billion. She's a
father is
billionaire.
kind of
I'm trying to figure out what the
child,
problem is.
like,
Okay, she's
murder, but that aside.
okay, right. She's not Bruno Mars because he can sing, dance, and do all that. Like Bruno Mars is the modern day Sammy Davis Jr. Not every performer's like that. She'll get through it, and we're gonna love her for it.
All right, Sean.
Right.
Damn.
But why I don't know why everybody
What?
getting on her.
Because it's simple. Because she's not that great of an entertainer to hold a whole halftime show. But we gonna watch it. I'm gonna like it probably.
Are you?
I mean, we'll go see. But if it's not, I'm not gonna be that disappointed. And I'm like, okay, now I'm like, well, which songs you gonna perform? Because they're gonna be old, so I just want to make sure they're
But
bangers.
all the performers who sing at the Super Bowl, most songs are 5 years and older. And remember,
Agreed.
the 2 years ago, when The Weeknd went out there and stunk up the Super Bowl
I
and
thought that
bombed.
was horrible. I don't know why they picked The Weeknd.
Exactly. See,
I
this is
thought
what I'm
that was
saying.
horrible.
He can't sing.
He can't.
Okay,
no,
he
The
can't
Weeknd-
dance.
No, The Weeknd can sing.
He's
but
horrible.
he's more like
He had
he's
a-
more like sultry. Like he's not like
Yeah.
he doesn't
No,
really have anything upbeat.
He's just a bad singer. Go ahead, who's next? What's next?
I
Singer?
think The Weeknd is a bad
Congratulations, Rihanna. You're a billionaire. You look great.
Okay, Sean, you like Rihanna. Okay,
You know what I'm
great
saying?
for
You got these songs.
But
What
I
is-
can see where the dismay is with some people
I hear that.
because it's like you haven't been you just had a baby. It's like, girl,
So
you
what's wrong
haven't
with
been.
that?
It's
The Super Bowl is in
you know what
February.
it is?
She can
It's
get-
shocking. That's what it is.
Wow.
It's shocking. I was shocked.
Why would you be shocked when they asked her to perform 2 years earlier, which she wouldn't because
And I
of whatever?
think that she
So-
should have. I think actually you should have stayed 10 toes down with that, and you should have declined this year as well. They're still the same organization.
No, well, but
So if that was the reason why
That's true.
if that's the reason why you turned down in 2019, keep that same energy, sis. I'm actually kind of looking at you kind of sideways now.
why are you looking at her kind of
Because
sideways
they're
when?
still a racist organization
They
and nothing
cut the
changed.
check.
Excuse me,
They
then.
did
So then,
what they didn't do for the old school hip hop artists. They cut the check.
yeah,
Who?
but
Colin got it.
Period.
Colin got a check.
and so then if this is such a racist organization, why is Colin Kaepernick trying to try out to go back into this racist organization?
I have no
So
idea.
exactly. So let's move on.
Is he still trying to get into it?
Yeah, he was last year. He tried to get into the league.
Oh, well, it doesn't look like he's trying.
Exactly.
He was always trying to get in. He was always wanted to be in the league. He just wanted them to respect his choices and understand what was going on. That was part of it, that they didn't want to stand in solidarity or understand what it is that he was trying to do.
Guys, if you still on that Colin Kaepernick movement, knock it off. Wake up, smell the coffee. What's next?
Oh, you can still be on.
I ain't watching football because 7 years ago, bro. Your team won the chip. Let's go with this.
No, the people that started watching football again, look at yourselves inside. Why?
Yeah.
Why is the desire, though, to watch football bigger than the movement to do what it is needed to change the ways of these organizations? That's the question. Why can't people stay consistent with what's needed? That's why nothing in this country is ever changing, and why they keep the status quo with black people here, because y'all don't care.
Because we love our football more than Colin Kaepernick. Go ahead. You think a Dallas Cowboy fan is going to stop watching football because of Colin Kaepernick? Yeah, be kidding me.
It's not about
Colin Kaepernick
but at the end of the day,
Colin
it's not
Kaepernick
about
is watching football.
Kaepernick.
Yes,
it's
it
about
is.
what they did to him, because he
What
was
they did to
standing
him?
up for something. They blacklisted him. They kicked him out. They said he's not allowed to do that. When you represent players, you should allow them
Here we go again with this
express
conversation.
that freedom with what's going on in this country.
He did that.
With a game that's supposed to be America's game. You should have stood beside
He did
him.
that.
If anybody that wanted to kneel, you should have let them do. No, they told them, if you kneel, you're going to get fined.
Well,
you're going to get kicked off your team. Why did y'all have to have that reaction to something that is blatantly going on in this country? That's the question.
Well, none of his
It was never about Colin. It was how y'all reacted to him.
Yeah, well, none of his co-workers were with it, and they still got the check. What's next, Cindy? Come on, let's move on. We got to go.
Sweetie Pies closes its final St. Louis location as the owner's son is found guilty in the murder for hire plot. I guys know this was a story that I was talking to you guys about before. Sweetie Pies, she said she was sticking behind her son, and, people were having a problem with her, with the store. They were like, how can you stick by him? Like, he killed his son. It's crazy. So Sweetie Pie's, the popular soul food restaurant made famous by their own reality show, is closing its final location days after the owner's son was found guilty in a murder for hire plot. The St. Louis, Missouri institution will shut its doors actually this past Sunday. They said, "Thank you all so much for the many years of support," she wrote on Instagram. "We thank each and every one of you for your 25 years of support. Welcome to Sweetie Pie's ran on OWN for 9 seasons, documenting the operations around the family-owned restaurants. It was one of the first reality shows to premiere on OWN's network when it first launched. A Sweetie Pie's location remains open in Jackson, Mississippi, according to reports. Norman, who's 41, was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, and conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud in the 2016 shooting death of his nephew. He arranged the murder of his nephew through intermediaries in an attempt to cash out on a $450,000 fraudulent life insurance policy that he took out in 2015. The life insurance policy included numerous false statements regarding Montgomery's income, net worth, medical history, employment, and family background. So he was arrested on federal charges and booked in August of 2020. So, yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Quick break.
Hey, baby. How you doing this evening? Yeah, it's just some things been running through my mind each and every night that just keep bothering me. Just trying to figure out what it is about you that just make you so special. You just make me want to sing, make me want to dance. Every time I'm around you, near you, hear your name, see your face. Then I just sat down and put the pieces of the puzzle together, baby. And I think I know what it is. Let me explain. I love the way you wear your hair, and the style of clothes you wear, and your smell is so contagious, and your smile is so not fair. I know you get it from your mama, the attitude and sassy way, with a body a man would die for. I love So listen, I will never ever let you go with girl. You give me one chance to show you what a real man can be. 'Cause girl, you got me saying oh, 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 oh. She said she separated from a man 'cause he didn't like his lifestyle. So she been living the single life for quite a while. She was looking for someone special to live the same life she lived. If you give me the opportunity, girl, I can give just whatever you've been missing. Been missing to fulfill your fantasies. Feel your fantasy. Take you places you've been dying for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a taste of what you need. Just a taste of what you need. I'm so far from the mother guys, girl. So far, baby. I'm much different than what you see. So much different. So let's get out this love face, baby. Let's just go somewhere, yeah. And let me show you just what I mean. Listen, I will never ever let you go with girl. You give me one chance to show you what a real man can be. 'Cause girl, you got me saying oh, 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 oh. I will never ever let you go with girl. You give me one chance to show you what a real man can be. 'Cause girl, you got me saying oh, 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 oh.
All right, we are back, guys. I hope that's our good friend Marky 3. We get some new music from DJ Hasos, also Young and Nut. Get us some music. B, you still there?
I'm here.
All right, B. So, what's the name of the restaurant again, Cindy?
Sweetie Pies.
That whole fiasco was a hot mess.
Yeah.
B, what's your thoughts on Sweetie Pie and the whole conviction of what was it? It was the nephew that killed the uncle, right?
No, it was the uncle.
Killed the nephew.
Yeah, the uncle that killed the nephew.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong. The uncle that killed the nephew. They had a successful television show, Sweetie Pie. They had these franchises, right? And what was the auntie's name again? Who was Sweetie Pie? What was her name?
Sweetie Pie. I don't
The-
know.
the-
I don't know.
She was a restaurant owner. She does soul food with multiple restaurants, and then they did this show.
Right.
And Blue. And when you talk about family, now that's shady. Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he got convicted. He spent the rest of his life in jail, right? See?
Yeah. I don't know what the time is that they gave him. Let me look at it.
Well, there you go. Grand opening, grand closing, like Jay-Z would say. Folks, this greed, be loved is some of the motivating factors for people to misbehave and do devilish evil things. And sadly, this is the case here, where a grandma or auntie had this hard-working franchise and elevated to television, and in spite of how the food is or how it tastes great or whatever, she had a following, and everybody showed them love. Some of the people in the chat room, I think Vanetta George and some of these folks always said they loved this show, right, Cindy? And then look what happens. The uncle kills the nephew. Why are we doing all of this? And this is the problem with folks in the workplace.
Right.
And now the show's gone. And the restaurant is gone too. They can't even brand this no more, B-Love.
Right.
Right. So sad, right? All for $450,000. Like, is it worth it?
No.
What was $450,000?
The amount of the life
policy
insurance.
that the uncle knocked the nephew off of the insurance policy worth $450,000.
That's crazy.
And the insurance policy was bogus. He created it
Right.
with some BS information.
Well, we went over this story when it was breaking back in the day, and I guess this is the finale of it, and the last and it's over with. Neighbor-ish, and it's done. Last restaurant, goodbye. What's next?
Yeah. Retired NFL player Brett Favre is in the middle of a $6 million scandal impacting the state of Mississippi. Mississippi Free Press reports that in 2017, former Governor Phil Bryant and nonprofit leader Nancy New agreed to give the former Packers quarterback millions of dollars meant for poor families when he requested it. Court documents filed in a Mississippi court on September 12th suggest that Brett Favre received $1.1 million for speaking gigs that he never attended and $5 million to build a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi, a college his daughter attended. Documents also suggest the organization paid Favre $1.1 million simply for the purpose of enriching him. The separate lawsuit stated. Authorities say that Favre met with John Davis, former Mississippi Department of Human Services Director, Teddy DeBiase, Nancy New, USM athletic staff, and other officials, and asked for funding, and they committed to $4 million in TANF funds for construction of the volleyball facility. Eventually, Favre is said to have asked for more funds and acquired $5 million in cash for the volleyball stadium. In a piece of evidence submitted to the courts, New allegedly texted Favre and stated Bryant was on board with their plans. Wow, just got off the phone with Phil Bryant. He is on board with us. We will get this done. While New was preparing to make a $600,000 payment to the Mississippi native, he asked if the media would find out, and she assured that the information wouldn't be publicized in newly released texts submitted as evidence. So in April of 2020, Mississippi State Auditor shared a 2019 single audit report on the state of Mississippi, voicing concern for fraud and the mishandling of funds. He said due to the inability to verify that any work was performed in order to fulfill the contract and due to the unreasonable amount paid, the entire payment of $1.1 paid in FY 2018 is in question. When the lease from USM Athletic Foundation was viewed under scrutiny, auditors determined that the substance of the $5 million payment to USM is a donation to the USM Athletic Foundation for the construction of the Wellness Center and not a lease of the property. Brett is denying claims, saying, as I have said before, I would never accept money for no-show appearances, as the state of Mississippi auditor claims. I am doing all that I can to support this investigation to make things right for the people of Mississippi, and I have shared all that I know, which is that I was paid for 3 years of commercials that I did, and I paid taxes on the money as I should. As of now, Brett hasn't been charged with any crime, but John Davis, the former executive director of the Mississippi Department of Human Services, pled guilty to 2 federal charges, wire fraud, and to commit theft concerning programs receiving federal loans, and 1 count of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. And he's set to be sentenced on February 3rd.
The world famous Brett Favre is out there. They paying him just to enrich him. $1.5 million. He's not showing up to these events. His daughter goes to the beloved college that they built a football field after. Brett Favre is a guard in Mississippi. I guess that's where he's from. And your man, your manager, or your coworker, whoever this guy is pleading guilty. And it goes back to a lot of us. It's a character defect with a lot of us. It's too good to be true sometimes. Hold on a second. Cindy, would you take B? You still there?
I'm here.
Cindy, would you take a gig and not show up and get paid for it?
Yeah.
You mean if not? I mean, not show up.
I mean, yeah, but I think he knew he was gonna get the money and he didn't have to go. Maybe. I think that was it.
Beloved, it's like these artists, like you pay for the ticket, they're already paid to perform, and they go, you know what, I'm not going today.
Right.
I don't want to perform. I'm still getting my money. You're going to get refund. But it goes back to the PPP situation. Some of folks get greedy. Like, B, would you take $1.5 million from an organization and they just want to give it to you just to enhance your richness? Like, would you do that?
If it's on paper and it's legal, why not? Can we just ask the real question, Sean?
Go ahead.
Why is this one of the most protected Babylonians in this country? This is not the first allegation against this guy. I mean, this guy has been accused of rape. Now he's numerous times. They threw that under the carpet. Now he's got this whole scam where he's taking money. They're trying to brush that under the carpet. What's up with that?
Well, you know, Brett Favre is an elite Babylonian. There's different categories of the Babylonian.
Right.
And Brett Favre is one of those Babylonians that's on top of the food chain. And yeah, you're right. He gets immunity to and privilege, Cindy J, to all this behavior. And boy, he's been out of football for a minute, and he's still running amok out there in these streets. And there are some Babylonians that are like that. The Donald Trump is another Babylonian, one of those elite Babylonians that could do no wrong. If these were Latin folks or black folks, we would be in jail by now.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that, and plus, B-Love, he's from Mississippi. This guy is a guard down there, so he could do no wrong.
He's stealing from his own people.
Exactly, and they need to bring up charges with this guy.
They really do.
Poor people are not
I
his
don't get it.
people. He don't care.
See anything else you got?
Yeah. I mean, you want me to go down one more story?
Yeah, one more
We have
story.
time?
Then we're gonna play some music for a bit, and then after we get off the air, because we are just not ready for this. We'll do one story, and then we'll close out the talking part, guys, and then we'll play some music. You guys won't be able to hear that, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do it that way. And let's clap for B Love. B, God bless you.
Yeah.
Thanks for rocking with us. We're all a little thrown off today, but we'll get it right. Go ahead, Sandy.
I'm weak.
Are you weak?
Yeah. I am.
Hold on, before you get into the story, guys, remember, New York King of Comedy Talent comes to the IMU, 831 South Delaware Drive, Easton, Pennsylvania. That's a Sunday, October the 16th. That's right around the corner. Get your tickets now. New York King Talent and Friends at the IMU, 831 South Delaware Drive, Easton, Pennsylvania. Cindy, also this Friday, guys, is very exciting. We have a birthday party for our very own Miss Miko here in studio this Friday on the 30th. So if you guys live locally in the Bethlehem area, come on out. Come to the studio. Let's celebrate Miss Miko's birthday. Also, guys, we are heading to New York City. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team live podcast for taping at Comedy in Harlem. 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. We'll do the podcast, and then we have the comedy show, and we have the after party. But most importantly, guys, it's Cindy J's birthday. Yes, come on.
Woo! It's going to be so
So,
exciting.
guys, come on out. You need tickets, just reach out to the show. Tickets are moving fast already. Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City, Thursday, October the 27th. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. And if you haven't never met Cindy J in person, myself, or Miss Miko, there you go. And everybody get dressed up. We're going to have an after work vibe, and we're going to party. And B-Love, you're going to be there, right, B?
Of course I'm going to be there. You better hold my ticket. You know I'll be on my neighbor 20.
I hear
I'll
that.
definitely be there.
I hear that. Cindy, what else you got?
Yes. There is a rise in STDs in the United States. It is out of control, including a 26% syphilis spike, which is sparking an alarm in the U.S. Sharply rising cases of some sexually transmitted diseases, including a 26% rise in new syphilis infections reported last year, are prompting U.S. health officials to call for new prevention and treatment efforts. It is imperative that we work to rebuild, innovate, and expand STD prevention in the U.S., said Leandro Mina of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Infection rates for some STDs, including gonorrhea and syphilis, have been rising for years. Last year, the rate of syphilis cases reached its highest since 1991, and the total number of cases hit its highest since 1948. HIV cases are also on the rise, which are up 16% from last year. The international outbreak of monkeypox has further highlighted the nation's worsening problem with diseases spread mostly through sex. Officials are working on new approaches to the problem, such as home test kits for some STDs that will make it easier for people to learn they are infected and to take steps to prevent spreading it to others. It's pretty simple. More sexually transmitted infections occur when people are having more unprotected sex. Syphilis is a bacterial disease that surfaces as genital sores but can ultimately lead to severe symptoms and lead to death if left untreated. New syphilis infections plummeted in the U.S. starting in the 1940s. They fell to their lowest ever by 98 with fewer than 7,000 cases. But by 2002, cases began rising again. By 2020, cases had reached nearly 41,000, and they rose even further last year to more than 52,000. Rates are highest among men who have sex with men, among Black and Latinos and Native Americans, while the rate for women is lower than it is for men. Officials have noted that it has been rising more dramatically, about 50% from last year. The increase in syphilis and other STDs may have several causes. Testing and prevention efforts have been hobbled by years of inadequate funding, especially during the pandemic. Drug and alcohol use may have contributed to risky sexual behavior, and condom use has been declining. So this is something that people need to work on. They say they envision the day where getting tested for STDs can be as simple and as affordable as doing a home pregnancy test.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Wasn't it a few weeks ago that y'all were co-signing this herpes situation? You wouldn't date somebody with herpes as long as they're not in their uptime.
We were saying we were saying get educated before you start, judging people, excluding people, but people should always be getting tested and protecting themselves. Obviously, people are not out here doing that.
Listen.
It's on the rise.
No, for me, thank you. Because it's not
Listen.
herpes.
Okay, listen.
But protect yourselves, folks.
All right, listen.
All
Look,
these diseases are on the rise.
Exactly. Listen.
Wear a mask.
Listen. Put a mask on
In
the
a bag.
put a mask on the vagina and the slung too. My whole thing is this. a little dab of syphilis ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yes, it is.
Hell no.
It's even death can even
A
occur.
little dab of a little chlamydia. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Yeah.
And I just want to address like my gay men, like guys, calm down. I know we haven't been outside in a minute. Let's get back to the condom use. Let's get back to the things that had the numbers down in the first place, Cindy. I think we were all. Now, I mean, just generally speaking, I think a lot of folks, B-Love, are getting lazy. You don't want to follow protocol. The condom. She just said it. That's what tickled me. She said that the condom use is low as all time low at the moment. Let's get back into the condoms, guys, and let's.
Don't be lazy.
And I mean.
That's the moral of the
Yeah, don't
story.
be lazy. Let's let's keep that syphilis count down to 50,000.
Not the syphilis. Oh, wow.
Let's keep that count where it is, because she said it was even a record low in the early 2000s. It was almost disappeared.
Right.
Almost
I mean, yeah, that's amazing. So guys,
Now it's
listen.
on the rise.
Guys, let's take our medicine. Let's get back to
Not
be.
taking medicine.
Yeah.
Just bag up, please.
Yeah,
Wear
let's
a
do-
mask and a bag.
Yeah, wear masks in a bag. Let's get back to the basic principles and drive these these diseases back down to where they should be. And yeah, that's what this is all about. I think being being lazy and let's just protect ourselves with this. I don't want to go too far with it. Let's go. Let's protect ourselves, guys. And I mean, when I say guys, I mean everybody, not just the guys.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody protect yourselves, please. Little dab of syphilis out there. You don't want that. You got the corona. You don't want to have coronavirus, monkeypox, and syphilis. That's a trifecta.
Yeah, we don't do trifecta.
We don't want.
Real strong no for me.
Right, we don't want to do that. And guys, before we get out of here, we're gonna play some music. Saying, welcome Rochester. We get everything right by tomorrow. uh, practice. We don't want this to spread to all, out into the universe.
To us. We don't want it to spread to us. For us single people who are out here and still trying to get it in, we don't want it to spread to us. So
Well-
please protect yourselves and each other.
Now, Cindy, before we leave, since you and B are single, you have every right, now that you just said in this report, I heard every word you said, Cindy, or B, whatever one of you guys said. There's the home test, right? For any kind of VD kind of.
There is no home test. They said they want it to be as easy as that.
Okay, so then, Cindy, as a single woman, and you B as well, right? You guys have the right to say, "Hey, I need to see your paperwork before we start a relationship," because it's just that easy to get. It's a blood test. You can get your paperwork. A lot of us are blessed to have health insurance where all this information could be on an app. You can have that discussion and say, "Hey, before we get into any sexual activities, let's both take a blood test and go from there." Would that be something you would be open to?
Absolutely. I'm going to need to see that paperwork
I'm
before we
weak.
go bagless.
And that's
I need
why.
that.
But
That's why it's needed. That's why they say, when they're taking away money from these places like Planned Parenthood and things like that,
Right.
they offer these services at no cost to you.
See, there you go. And what I'm saying, are you, if the man said to you, "I need to see your blood work as well," you're open to that as well, right?
Absolutely. I'm totally down with giving my paperwork, and I need to get the paperwork. And what's funny is they pushing these COVID tests left and right. How come they not pushing these STD tests? Why they pushing these COVID tests?
There you go.
Because they don't care.
Right. Well,
Just saying.
well, guys, syphilis is on the rise. Be careful in these streets. And God forbid, if you got the dab of the syphilis, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Go to your doctor or go wherever. And you're right, Cindy, good point. Well, Planned Parenthood not being as accessible as it was, back 3 weeks ago. Go get your medicine.
Just for abortions, guys. It's just for abortion. You can still go get your STD test.
Right.
And your free condoms, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but the fellas, we know, we don't like to use the condoms.
That's the problem.
But no, and yeah, that's a problem too. So again, if God forbid, if the syphilis is in your realm, you can just go right, Cynthia. If you got it, you can just go. They give you medicine. Don't go too far with it to kill you.
I think it's curable.
Yeah, we want to look up real quick. I think
I think
I don't
it's
think
curable.
syphilis is curable.
I think it
think
is.
it's incurable.
No, yes, it is. It's curable. I think the virus herpes is incurable, right?
Yeah.
I think you get
Gonorrhea,
chlamydia,
curable.
syphilis.
Yeah, syphilis.
Syphilis.
Huge mobster. Didn't Luciano the mobster die
Yeah,
of
but-
syphilis in jail?
Yeah, but they didn't have no medicine
But
for that.
that's if he wasn't getting treatment.
Okay.
But syphilis is curable
See?
with antibiotics.
See, there you go. Get your little dab of syphilis. Go run to the go run to the
Just
doctor.
a little dab of syphilis.
You get a little
I
dab-
want a little dab of syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea, none of the above. Anything with a cold sore, I'm running from.
If
I'm
you
just saying.
if you get a little dab of syphilis, just go into the doctor. They got the antibiotics. Boom, gone.
Yeah, the thing is that if you don't know and you live with syphilis for a while, it can be damaging to you.
That's why you need to go to the doctor, get that. And if you go to the doctor, guys, get a general blood test. Get everything. Do that as well. You don't sit there and go to blood because you feel like you had sugar or
Yeah,
anybody.
some places don't test for certain things. They only test, for like the common ones.
No,
so you have
test
to be
for
specific.
everything. Sitting in Sydney last year, I went to the doctor. I said, "Test me for everything." I said everything, HIV, everything. She said, "Okay." Okay. All right. Listen, we're gonna play some music. We're gonna get out of here. Rochester, New York. Welcome to the show. We get everything right tomorrow. We truly appreciate you guys listening to the show. B, where can they find you, real quick?
You already know LGL Real Talk on every platform, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, guys. Make sure you're following. We have some really great topics this week. We're talking human trafficking. We're talking the kids being sponges. We're talking about relationships at the workplace. So make sure you're tuned in. Sunny and Sean, I love you. Chat room, love you guys. and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. God willing, myself and Cindy J, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Hey, B and Cindy, let's clap. Come on, great show today. God bless you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. Let's go. Folks on the radio side, you will hear music. Social media side, we see you guys tomorrow. Let's go.